What's up people, welcome back to another vlog of Adash Automotives. We are here in Shoda Toyota. It's an enormous showroom, and so the car which we are driving today is the all new Toyota Fortuner in the Legender avatar. Well, I'll get this along with the standard version here and I'll show you the differences. So yeah, so here it is. This is the standard version and this is the Legender. So the first thing that everyone notices is this grille. Well, Legender gets a smaller one, whereas the standard it gets a mighty one. And you know, even these headlamps and the DRLs, well, they're slightly notch premium on the Legender, and it gets these black treatment which makes it look much more bossier. So this is it on how it looks on the outside, the key differences. Now we'll take the Legender for a spin and I'll show you what's in the inside.
The same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible. It's not probable. You're irresponsible. Too many obstacles. You gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow. You can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move. I'm gonna make it soon, and I'll do it 'cause it's what I wanna fucking do. 'Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in.
So this is the key right here, and this is the car, and I showed you the differences. Now straight away, let's start from the front by opening the hood. So it's a massive hood. In fact, it's so heavy, can exercise whole day. This is a 2.8 liter turbo unit. Well, this one gets a revised turbo, and that's why this engine now produces a mind-blowing 500 Newton meters of torque, and this one produces power output is 204 PS. So actually it's a large bump from its previous generation, and I'll talk about the characteristics once we are driving. For now, this is what you should know. The engine bay is large enough and the layout is also neat and well finished. Well, at this price point I expected hydraulic studs, but nevertheless, let's close the hood and get inside. So here as well we get all the lights are LEDs here, and at the bottom these are DRL with the integrated indicators. Well, these are dynamic swipe ones. I'll show that to you in a bit. Well, that's how these look, and the DRLs are also LEDs. And this grille, it's split into two from the standard variant, and the top portion is small, which makes it look much more sleeker, and it gives it a boss stance over its standard version. And the alloy wheel design and the tire size is all same. We get this clean black foot stand. Coming at the back here, the tail lamps as well are all LED units, and we get dynamic swipe for the rear tail lights as well. Looks pretty neat. And another feature which is exclusive to this Fortuner is the kick boot. The kick boot feature, it's exclusive to this Legender right here. And once we open the boot, we get to see the third row seats, and with the third rows on, it's pretty obvious that we don't get much boot space, but it's easier to fold these seats away, and so it can be folded easily with a hand like this, and the boot almost doubles up. And the spare wheel is here underneath. Well, it's an alloy, but downsized one. Yeah, that's it on the outside. Now let's get on the driver's seat and find out. So the first thing is both the seats, the driver's seat as well as the co-passenger seat, get electric 12-way adjust. And once you get inside, this inside, the treatment definitely reminds you of other Toyota cars, and it does resemble one. So here we get this automatic lever, the pretty Toyota style of making the gear lever. Here we get to choose the modes. We get 3 modes: Eco, Normal and Sport. This is for auto ignition, and this is for the traction control. And here we get the buttons to turn on off the parking sensors, and this is for the automatic boot on or off, kick boot function on or off, and this is to open the power tailgate. So this instrument right here, it's actually outdated because we have seen this on the Innova as well as the standard Toyota Fortuner. And this is the infotainment system. Let me turn the car on right away. This is the animation that we get for the Legender. Yeah. It's pretty standard, and this is these dual tone interior treatment. It's exclusive only to Fortuner Legender. Well, in the Legender of that, the standard ones get all black ones. So we know the Legender is pretty late to the channel. What we'll concentrate on is how does this actually take on real world, well, off-road as well as we'll hit the road and find out what has this got, and I'll talk about the engine as well once we are driving. So let's get going. So here we are with the car. First things first, let's turn this off, and it's in drive mode, into sport, traction off. Traction turned off, and now let's launch this thing. We're revving the motor, the rear wheels are spinning, and so first we have got this on the country roads here, countryside roads, and yeah, as we saw, the launch is pretty good. There's actually so much punch that it pushes you hard on the seat, and the 500 Newton meter number is just up to the mark, and the 200 horsepower, well, the rev band for it is 1800 rpm to 2700 rpm. Well, you can imagine the rush in such a short band. The power gets delivered, and this Legender, it's in 4x2 configuration, so all the power is given to the rear wheels, and yeah, as you saw, the rear wheel starts spinning and gives it one of the best launches. And yeah, as the prior generation, the Endeavour used to sit on top of all with its 3.2 liter engine, but on this Fortuner it's still the 2.8 liters, but the revision in the turbo now leads to more power, more torque, and now in the segment this sits on top of all. And looking at its competitors, say the Gloucester, there's the Endeavour, and so from the standard variant, what we have to focus on the Legender is on the inside, it is supposed to offer you luxury, and there are a few features. For example, this wireless charging pad right here, and the ventilated seats, and both the seats, the driver as well as the co-passenger seat, is 12-way electric adjustable. So it is it is a notch higher than the standard variant. And to drive, well, it's this all-new engine is keeping up all the enthusiasm alive throughout the drive here, and we plan to take it to a short off-road track. It's not very much off-road, but if you own this car, you would definitely take it there, or it's pretty decent. It's a decent track, and with this car, the cruising speed can range somewhere about 120 to 140 or 150-ish, depending upon the road conditions, but that's adequate one. And yeah, it's considering this is a 2-ton plus car, it is the pull is good, the power from the motor is ample, and the comfort, well, I'll hit some corners there ahead and I'll tell you how the new Fortuner seems a lot more planted. I'm not assuming, but since we have driven it for a few kilometers, I'm sure that the work is pretty much significant. So here we are on the corners and I'm on decent speeds. You can see it's 60 above, and what I want to show you here is the body roll is very well contained, and yeah, the engine gets a little vocal on the higher rev bands, but see, this is a deep corner and the car takes it on at ease. And yeah, talking of the gearbox now, I like one thing about this gearbox is it holds on to gears until you manually change in manual mode and also in the sports mode. So, but you know, it takes its own sweet time to shift the gears. For example, say you're in 4th and you use the pedal shifter to jump into 5th. It takes about 2 to 3 seconds to actually change the gears. So that's a little not so natural, but other than that, it's sleek and it's fast. The shifts are quick, and also you don't really feel the shifts when you're driving, because this all is reworked. The cabin, due to the new dams, the cabin as well as the vibes from the engine are very well contained, and it now feels much more smoother. And yeah, that's what this new Legender is. And as we know, this is on a body and frame platform, so it does move around a bit, but that's nothing, it's nothing unusual. It's what you can expect. And well, this is in our list, this is the costliest car without a sunroof, but the sun here on top, the hood contains all the AC unit. That's why it misses out on a sunroof, but that could have been perfect. And the suspension, actually, they always seem to move around to keep the car stable, and on the road it isn't bumpy, but you'll feel the wheels moving around. After all this, now we come to the point to talk about pricing. Well, the Legender is 38 lakhs, 38.2 lakhs ex-showroom, and it is a decent package considering this is most powerful in its lineup. For example, the Endeavour, and comparing against the Gloucester as well. So this one is, at some point we do feel it's a little overpriced because it misses out on a neat cluster, and this infotainment system as well feels a little outdated, and the sunroof could have been better. A few touches as well could have been really better, but nonetheless, Toyota has worked on improving this from the previous generation, and to make this Legender stand out. And yeah, mind you, this is available only in the 4x2 variant. There is no 4x4, so consider it a loss or a profit, it's up to you, but they should have given the 4x4 to make this perfect all-rounder. Toyota want to set this like, they want to set this car as a luxury SUV over the standard one, and in terms of that, it is adequate and feels premium over the standard variant. So it also gets some fancy features which are exclusive to this, as I said in the previous part. And also the passengers are well tucked in and comfortable. So as a part of a little adventure, we are taking this to a small track, an off-road one. Let us see how does this go. Into the woods now. Crawls at ease. You gotta be careful over the body and the twigs. Gliding at ease, and it took on this track like a pro. Yeah, until now it's all good and going at ease, but here a little bit of slush, so a little scary. So now to be honest, we have everything. We have the ground clearance of 225 mm, and we have got these 18-inch alloys with high profile tires, and but the one thing that we miss is the 4x4. I think that would have been perfect companion, or you can say the perfect kit for it to make all-weather car, all-terrain car, I would say. So yeah, as we get out, it's a bit of hustle here. You make sure you have subscribed already and help us reach the 1K mark. So this was our word on the Fortuner Legender. We were late, but we tried to give you another side of this, that is by taking it off-road. So yeah, do like, share and subscribe would be appreciated. Let us know in the comment section what you want to see next. We have a whole lot of exciting content coming up, so you do not want to miss on that. I'll see you in the next vlog.